All right, everybody, I just want to kind of get on here and tell you who I am. I'm Dylan Vaughn. I four-wheeled my whole life pretty much. I had my first cab truck when I was 12. And four-wheeling is about the only thing I ever did. I didn't play baseball really much. I didn't football, basketball, didn't do any of the sports or anything like that. Four-wheeling's been all I've really ever cared about and done. And I've feel like I've been pretty decent at it at times, and I've definitely sucked a whole lot. But I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel and just carry along, have fun. You see a lot of other YouTubers, you know, they make it. Seems like they have a good time doing it, get some benefits from it, which I'm not really worried about the benefits or anything. Would it be amazing to have this as a full-time job? Shoot, yeah. Yeah, I would. I'd love that. But for now, we're just gonna kind of make videos of what we do. Like this first video here will be about putting the cage and stuff in this Jeep after we flip. We rode back in April. We had a race at Within the Country. We raced the Razor and didn't do good at all at that. Ended up breaking a steering shaft about halfway through the race. But after the race, we Dex Browder and them were there, so we got this Jeep out, and you'll see in the beginning video, it's completely stock. I mean, 2-inch lift shackles in the back, 2-inch or I think 3-inch pucks in the front, welded front, welded rear, set of aluminum wheels I got off of a Ford Ranger, and these I think they're Mickey Thompson's Baja Pro or something like that. Had them on the razors, they'd done like crap, but nobody wanted to buy them, so stuck them on here and figured, hey, if nobody wants to buy them, we'll demolish them on here and have a fun time. But they ended up holding up pretty good, and they hook really well on this Jeep, so it does good with them. And the day we rode, we had a blast. Climbed axle. The old stock Jeep here probably did, made Dex and them look kind of bad. I mean, it went up it pretty good. Yeah, which also I've climbed that hill probably 20, 30 more times than they have. I've been up it a bunch, so I just like messing with Dex and them about it. But I definitely had the upper advantage there. I've been up it a time or two where they haven't really been up it that much in Cherokees. We went up, Axel went over to Flipper, went up Flipper, which if you go back and watch his video, that's a feat in itself that day, because that's right after they dug it, Flipper out and stuff. And then we go to the ledge. So last time I was on the ledge, it bit me pretty hard. I jumped up there, and just like before, it jumped up there, and when it went to go over that second ledge, it hung the rock and pushed me sideways. When it pushed me sideways, it drove the left front, it drove it up into the bank, broke the axle, pushed the ball joints out of it, tore the wheel off of it, and I was like, dang. Well, I climbed it time 4, and I was like, all right, humbled me a little bit. I was like, I'll get it next time. So Dex and them were there, and I'm like, it's my time to shine, the ledge, because it's rocky. It's a pretty good hill for a Cherokee. Like Deja Vu, same thing. Jumped up there, neutral drop first, it jumps up there, hits the rock, shoots left. Well, to my surprise, it didn't go to the hole this time. It just kept on going over. Oh, wow. So it flipped it, tore it up pretty good, and you'll see throughout the video what all it messed up. It bent it up and stuff. And Jonathan's been telling me for a while and stuff, I probably need a cage, the way we drive these Cherokees and the way we're up on them. So it was time to shine, time to build a cage in it and stuff. And I want to go and do some of the racing, small tire racing and stuff like Dex and them do, and just you'll have some fun. So we put a cage in it, gutted it out, got rid of the dash, moved the radiator to the back. We may or may not have a set of RCVs sitting back there to go in it. So I think it'll be a pretty tough Jeep, but I just wanted to get on here and kind of give an overview of what this is. This is my first video, and if you like it, gives it a thumbs up, and if you don't like it, hey, it's not for everybody. And I'm sure the video will be kind of up and down and iffy. It's my first time videoing. It's kind of awkward at first, kind of feels weird, but with time, I'm just gonna keep trying to make videos, and with time, hopefully, they'll slowly get better, and I'll learn the editing a little better and get more comfortable with the camera and get more clips of little stuff and us laughing and cutting up and doing some of the dumb stuff we do. So thank y'all for clicking on this. Thank y'all for watching this video. I hope you like it. If got any feedback or anything, leave a comment. Give me, I mean, anything. I'm open to anything. I'm just trying to learn and see how this goes. This is the Jeep here. You can see from where it flipped, it had glass in the back here, both back windows, and the windshield was pretty decent. But it folded the back over pretty good, crinkled her down. So we're gonna try to get a jack in there or something and jack all that up and patch in on all this rust or something, and where our cage will tie in. Like I said, we're gonna move the radiator, move it on back here to the back a little bit, try to get back here and not have to worry about busting them no more. Do the anti-wrap bar on the rear, just stuff I needed to do to it, really, to make it the Jeep, make it as tough as I want it to be. It's been amazing Jeep the way it is, but wanting to do these races and stuff, I know it's gonna definitely need to be toughened up a little bit. We're gonna go through, probably do some bracing on the brackets on the frame. Haven't done none of that. I braced up the front end, as you can see probably under there. The light ain't that good, but put 1/4" plate on all them, and they've held up great. But I think the body ones are starting to bend now, and you can see it's hard to see up in there with the light, but it's gotten to the oil pan, busted the oil pan. Second time I've done that, and so we're gonna try to move this front end over, get this front end moved over, keep that out of the oil pan. Might take some 3/16 or something, kind of build a skid plate, so if it does hit, it kind of deflects it instead of going into the oil pan. Getting kind of tired of changing the oil pan, don't really want to knock an oil pump off. Hoping the motor's still good. We got it pretty hot last time we rode. As you can see, it busted the radiator here, folded it all over, fan ate into it, and I drove it back not caring, and it got pretty hot. It got pretty hot there. At one point it locked up right before I pulled on the trailer, so I let it sit and cool off, and it started fine and it's running good, but it's probably cracked the head. So liquid glass, probably gonna need that. But yeah, we're gonna get this hood straightened out a little bit, get this windshield out of it, and see what kind of doomsday machine we can build. And I just want to carry y'all along and learn. We can learn, figure this out, and might build a unit, might build a hunk of junk, but we'll see. I'm gonna change the seats out. I broke that seat, as you can see. I got the ratchet strap there holding me in. Probably not the safest thing. Probably go to a 5-point in here, and just for a little safety, safer and stuff. And you can see I'm gonna do something with the steering wheel. I hit a hill pretty hard a couple rides ago and blew the airbag out, so. But yeah, just try to clean her up and cage it out and make a unit out of it, and I'll give y'all updates as we go and we build, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, well, all right, we got the Jeep stripped out and got everything moved out. The battery's just sitting there where we can move it around, but seats are out. We got the windshield out of it. I gutted all the doors because it had roll-up windows in it, and Jonathan, we're gonna put him in this Jeep. I'll give y'all an update here in a little while on this Jeep. This is Jonathan's we're building with wind tunnels and stuff, but I got the roof pushed out a little bit back there in the back. Got all the glass out from the back windows and stuff. Ain't really done much. I got the back doors. I've had them, they just ain't been on it. I got all the glass and stuff took out of them too, so we can put all that over into Jonathan's. Debating on right now if we're going to remove the dash or not. We don't. Depends on when we start putting the cage in. We got the hood been outside, we got the radiator and everything out of the way, which we're going to take the fan off because we ain't running none of that no more. We're gonna clean up. I'm gonna try to clean up some of this wiring and stuff, and maybe fix some of these oil leaks that we got going on around here. I don't know how this 4.0 still runs. Y'all can see off in there. It's never had a breather on it. The the day we was riding. He said that I was cheating because I ain't got a breather, but I think he's cheating because he's definitely got a high output motor. He's got a stroker or something in there. He just ain't telling us about it. So one day he'll come out and let us all know, maybe, about his big motor. Can't see nothing on there, but we still got to fix the oil pan and stuff. I'm gonna try to do more updates as we start putting the cage in and stuff. I know it's been a big step here in the update process, but we just had other stuff going on, trying to get everything worked around so we can actually get started good on this. But we're about to, I'll show y'all that X here in a minute when we get it in here and get it picked up. It's like an inch and a half wider than it is from there to there, but it's also been in right there. So I'm gonna try to cherry picker and hammer or something, but if I got to, we'll just go in here and cut some of this out to get that X up in there, and then we'll start building down off that, because it's already a good build X and stuff. There ain't no sense in rebuilding the wheel when we got one laying out here. I don't know how we're going to tie to the body yet because it's a lot of rust, but thinking, you know, put a plate and run a tube through it, probably sandwich it up, and might go try to get something onto the unibody. We'll update y'all on that when we get it. We're going to also try to move all these switches around and clean up this wiring, because right now I have the wiring ran, so you can see it goes through right here, and I run it through here, and it used to come out right here. Well, if you look at the cross member here, we have folded that thing up pretty bad, and you can see the exhaust and everything. Well, in the process of folding all that up, it pinched the main power wire to that, and that's that button there runs my toggle switches for my second gear, and I had it set on lockup, but it didn't work how I wanted it. And then this is my which one is that? That's my headlight. That was my rock lights. They've all got beat off, and this was interior lights. You can see in here, and it just cut all them wires in two. So then I had to run it out here, and it's still kind of janky and stuff. So we're gonna turn it more into race mode than pleasure mode. That's what I built it for at first. I think we're gonna pull the sound bar out, probably put it over in Jonathan's Jeep, and just try to fix up some stuff here. And you can see this right here was bent. This part here was bent way out, and it had a big gap on top of the door here. So we took the jack and pushed against here, took the chain, pulled there, run it around, hooked to the leaf spring, and we ain't took it off yet, but I think we might be in business. Last thing y'all seen, we got all that side bend out up there, and all that got straightened up. Well, we got this X in now. Now don't be looking at our welds. They ain't this is just tack right now. We don't some of the pipes don't fit the best, but hey, all right, we'll weld her up, fill the gaps. We got the radiator mount here. We just took it and run these back, and we'll weld all that out. But I made tabs that stick up right here, and there'll be bolts run through just like them, and then these little bars just come around there, bolted. I think it'd be pretty solid. Make some little kickers for it. We ain't going for no beauty contest. For these plates, we're just gonna take it, well, we put our X in, run our bar down here, we're gonna take this plate, and we're just gonna put plates on the bottom and bolt through it on each side of the uniframe. That way, if it does flip, if it flips, then it's got to shove that plate plumb through the uniframe, and I highly doubt that's going to happen. We'll do the same thing on the front. That way, it should be plenty of stout. We're about to make some little gussets to run here to here to kind of just tie in this cage a little better. We still got to make all of our brackets for our harnesses and stuff, get our other seat in. This one's just sitting here right now. We're about to work on now. We're gonna get this fuel cell pulled out back here, get the main fuel tank because it's still on its back, and get it mounted up here. See if we can make it stay in here, because I've been pondering on it a little bit, because this floor is bad back here, and I don't know. It should be plenty stout enough, so we'll find out. When we brought out the front over there the other day with the jack, when we was pushing that way, it pulled all this back down, so she'll probably stay like that. And I think we're going to end up running 2 bars, one from there to back here and one from there to back there. It's a mess right now, I know. I ain't gotta worry about it, but it's slowly coming along. All right, we got the cage welded out. We got the pads in. We sandwich plate up on the bottom, big washers, and just bolted through them. It's got plenty of bolts in it all the way around. So I don't think we'll have an issue with the cage coming out or anything. It's pretty tight against the top of the Jeep. It's sandwiched pretty hard. It's got 2 plates on each back, on each side of the unit, one on each side of the unit frame on the back, and then the same thing on the front. So it should be fine. And then it has these bars here. They tie all the way into the back. And there's a plate that runs all the way across the back there. And then the fuel cell mount comes up. We got the fuel cell mounted up here. All the wiring kind of ran throughout, so we prettied it up a little bit. We've got the radiator bolted in there now. Still have to put a fan on it, and we got the wire ran for that, but we gotta get the fan on it. I think I have a WJ fan, electric fan at the house, so I think that'll be our best option. It's a pretty good sized fan and moves plenty of air. But that's about it. We got the cage painted and stuff. We're slowly clicking away at it. I'm hoping maybe end of this week coming up, or next weekend, to have it all done and finished out, and we can get some test rides in before the race in September. Kind of get it, just work the bugs out of it. I know we still gotta fix the oil pan, take the fan off the motor, decide if we're gonna change tires or not. We'll change them now or wait till after the race. I don't know. We've been kind of looking around. We don't know what we want to do on tires yet. And then probably in the next video, we'll get the back doors on it and stuff like that, and just try to clean it up a little bit, get seats in it, and hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully the hard work we put in on it here pay off, and it'll show and it'll stay together. And I'd really like to place decent in the race, or do a decent job at least. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes and carry y'all along with us, and we'll have a good time.